I upgraded my Ryobi tire inflator, so I want to test it against the old one for speed and accuracy. I'll compare specs to other tools in the Ryobi line, let you know what the newest tools are in this line, and share buying advice. Did Ryobi make this new inflator smaller and slower to save money, or is it faster and better? These tire inflators run on 18-volt Ryobi batteries and are used to mainly fill tires, although I also use mine to top off water ski tubes versus getting my big air compressor going. These are incredibly handy, skipping filling a compressor and moving a hose around a vehicle as you go. The trigger model is older and it isn't very accurate. I would estimate plus or minus 1 psi from my experience. But I'll get some specific numbers testing it. It also requires you to stand there awkwardly holding the trigger. The newer model added a pressure set point so you can set it and walk away, or at least stand up comfortably and it will shut off automatically. There is a smaller version that was recently on sale for $25 and the larger model, which also includes a high volume inflator and deflator for $39 for Black Friday. Then they have various kit options available as well with a separate high volume inflator and deflator. Really a great value and a very handy tool. I'm going to time filling up these truck tires from 30 to 35 psi. I'll use 2 amp hour HP batteries for this. First I set it to 30 psi manually. The old model reads 30.5 and the new model reads 32 psi. Not off to a good start. Since to fill a tire you need higher pressure to force air in, when inflating it typically reads 2 psi higher. So you let off the trigger with the old model and then fill some more. The trigger fills to 35 psi in 1 minute and 22 seconds, but it's still a little low with my manual gauge at 34 psi. The automatic model set to 35 psi does it quickly in 34 seconds. That's the psi while inflating and it shuts off at that level, so it's still very low, 32.5 psi. I bumped the target up to 37, keep the timer rolling, and it finished in 1 minute and 28 seconds total and very close to 35 psi now. Same strategy on smaller family wagon tires, tire at 30 psi, both tools reading high again, 31 psi from the older model and 33.5 psi from the new model. The older trigger model fills it up to 35 psi in 56 seconds, and the new model again set to 37 psi, fills it in 55 seconds, and it's very close to 35 psi. So both models fill with very similar speed, but both have accuracy issues. The new model does appear worse. I would assume this to be the same for the new smaller inflator only model as well. It's surprising they don't have a controller to stop filling, check the pressure, and then fill more until the pressure when not inflating is at the set point. A little frustrating, but maybe you don't care about 2 psi, or you can use my approach of checking it with a manual gauge occasionally and using a set point that's higher, like 2 psi. The new model does have a fancier quick connect, which I do like. I have issues getting the lever style to fully seal the first time. It usually takes a couple tries. This is only on the new larger model inflator. The smaller one also has the old lever style. As for noise, they both sound about the same. Both are pretty loud, louder than what I would expect from a new quiet air compressor. The hose on both gets warm, almost hot after filling one tire. So after filling all 4 tires, watch out for the hose temperature. The warning label's in the middle of the hose. If it was up where the hose gets hot, it would probably melt. For features, both have the same inflation attachments, although the newer model appears to have more metal. The new model also has a light, which may or may not prove helpful. Now let me also check out the high volume inflator and deflator on a water ski tube. To switch to the high volume mode, just hit the power or mode button again. Inflate or deflate is chosen by how you connect the hose. I can fill up a 2-person tube in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I like to really fill them up full so I can really throw my kids around out there. After releasing the pressure, the deflator really helps deflate in about a minute and is very handy to get it to a smaller size for storage. For hose length, the new models increase 4 inches to 24 inches from the older models. For weight, it increased slightly with the 2 amp hour battery from 2 pounds 5 ounces to 3 pounds 3 ounces, although the new small model would certainly weigh less. Is the small inflator using the same compressor as my new tool? I suspect it might be. This inflator with the high volume inflation deflation is the same max pressure of 160 psi and states 0.49 SCFM, standard cubic feet per minute, of airflow at 35 psi. I can't for the life of me find an equivalent spec for the smaller high pressure only model. Maybe Ryobi is trying to hide that it's the same, admitting that they reuse parts and encouraging you to purchase the more expensive model. Ryobi also has some USB inflator tools, probably good for bike tires and soccer balls or basketballs, but wouldn't count on it for car tires. If you have been watching my channel, you may have noticed me buying and reviewing some Metabo tools. While I think they're better quality than Ryobi, an equivalent tool would be $150, over 3 times the Ryobi. Milwaukee, DeWalt, and others are all over $100. Ryobi may not be the fastest or the most accurate, but it gets the job done for an incredible value. For some buying advice, Ryobi tool prices are all over the place. Home Depot pricing is very wild. Ryobi has been having quite a few sales prior to Black Friday. Maybe you're able to get in on that, but if not, January is also a great time for sales when they clear out inventory after the holiday. If you are shopping online at Home Depot, always try and check the special value option at Home Depot. You can filter by special value, checking for any kits or alternative options that would get you better deals on the tools you want. Good luck finding those deals. I hope this video was helpful. Try to make it quick and to the point. We've got plenty of other Ryobi content for you to check out. Please like, subscribe, and check out one of my other videos.
Try it. Are you good?
Oh yeah, that's heavy.